Hey, School of Rockers, this is Jeff Nations with School of Rock Kirkwood in St. Louis, Missouri. Today we're going to continue looking at the bass line for Tool's Schism. Today we're going to look at the chorus and then a verse section that's in there. The last video, remember, we broke down the intro and the verse. So if you haven't seen that one, it might help to go look at that one just to kind of get an idea of the technique that we're using in the verse, but we'll kind of review real quick in this one too. Remember, we're using a pick in this song and our low E string is tuned down to drop D. Okay, so in the verses, we were alternating two different phrases or ideas through the first half of the verse. They were... once we get about halfway through the verse, I think in the first verse, the vocals, the lyric is the light, the fuel, the fire. Once we get to that, we just stick with the first phrase of that verse idea. We just repeat that until we get to the chorus. So we're just repeating on the... We're repeating that till we get to the chorus. Once we get to the chorus, we're using the same exact idea, that triplet hammer-on, but we're going to just switch it down to the A string. So we're on open A. We're still doing that same thing. So open A, we hammer on to 10, and then hammer on to 12. The first note, that open A, is the only one we're picking. Otherwise, we're just hammering on. And then we're going to add on the D string, alternating between the 10th and 9th fret with the ringing open A's in the middle, and then we add in that 12th fret to kind of complete the idea. So that will sound like this. And that is the chorus section. Very easy, and I think it repeats 4 times if I'm not mistaken. We also have this other kind of verse section where it gets a little bit heavier before we move into another verse. And I think that's in the 3rd verse, if I remember correctly. But it's this kind of heavier section. We're going to move down to the low D string that we tuned down. And this section, it's not complicated. It's just kind of remembering where all the little kind of ghost muted notes are in this one. So we're basically just switching between, we're using open D, 3rd fret, and then 5th fret, and then we have another hammer-on technique that kind of closes out the phrase each time. We repeat this 4 times in order to complete this section. So what this sounds like, slowed down, is... Okay, so again, that's just alternating, just utilizing open D, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and then that last little hammer-on section is open D, and then D string, 3rd fret. So again, slow. All right, and up to speed. And then we're back into the verse itself, into that idea, okay? So work on that. Again, the hammer-on might be the trickiest part, but work on it, take it nice and slow, and let me know if you have any questions.